This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 385, recorded October 1st, 2014. I can't believe it's October.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Butter. Michael Bell.
RK.
Yeah, Michael Bell. I'm your host, Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Melvar, Diecast, Don, Chris, and long time no see, and we actually don't see him now if you're watching the video. It's Rob Clay. Hey, Rob.
Hi.
Rob Clay is our disembodied voice from Gauntlet.
He'll probably be joined by a disembodied Rob Springer here in a little while.
This ain't going to get confusing at all.
Rob, and I used to call Rob RAC all the time because that was his Twitter handle, and it was just so easy to remember.
That is a name I have been using since Prodigy, so yeah.
That is
Wow,
speaking
that
of,
takes...
Oh, and speaking of other Rob.
well, here's Rob Springer. Let's add Rob Springer to the mix and just confuse the heck out of everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
Going to be a good show.
It's going to be confusing. Okay.
Hey, guys.
And here's a disembodied Rob Springer. Rob, you're not on video, so you match Rob Clay.
Should I even bother plugging it in since I had problems last few times?
That's why I'm not having you on video, yes.
That's fine. That means I get to eat and pick my nose.
Yeah.
Even more than I normally do.
There you go. So, yeah, let's see here. So, it's the 1st of October, and why haven't you bought an RFC t-shirt yet? So, go to tfradio.net/shirt. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's the best thing ever, and we are about halfway through our goal, and we need about 25 more. We need your help. $20 plus $5 shipping if you're in the U.S. And if you're not, email contact@tfradio.net, and the email address does work now. It hasn't worked in a year. Like, why aren't people emailing us? It's because the Gmail changed, and it no longer forwards to me automatically, and I'm going to have a lot of email to respond to this weekend.
Reasons.
Yeah.
I have. I think Don will back me on this. I have a something in mind regarding our T-shirt situation, guys. I think we need to give the people an incentive. If we make our T-shirt goal, what's the date? What's the headline? The due date?
So by the time you have, by the time the show posts, you'll have about 3.5 days.
Okay. Don looks worried. Don't look worried, Don. It's good.
So yes, go ahead, Rob.
If we make this deadline, we make our goal. Don and I will perform the theme song to Greatest American Hero at TFCon for everyone who wants to hear it.
And I already made this promise. If you wear the shirt and we see you at TFCon or another Transformers convention, I will give you a high five.
Now, the TV version or the full version?
Don? Just whichever one you want. I'm going to let you be captain on this one.
Awesome. tfradio.net/shirt.
See, Don's good.
By the time you
and that will definitely be recorded.
By the time you listen to this, it will probably already be over, so I'm wasting my time mentioning it. So, yeah, but tfradio.net/shirt if you haven't. Next week, you'll know if we made our goal. So, there you go.
We recorded somebody eating Jack in the Box. There's nothing we won't record and put up in the podcast.
This is true.
I'm telling you. Have you seen Half the Crap on YouTube? We are high profile.
We are high profile. Okay, let's see here. So, on the show this week, we have shirts. Okay, now that I have that out of the way again. I want to mention that next week, we're going to have our Age of Extinction commentary. Kind of came out this week, and I kind of forgot about it. So I haven't bought my copy, so...
Yeah, I need to buy it Saturday.
And also, we have a reminder of our 15th anniversary show happens literally in 2 weeks. So,
and we still don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm still thinking that.
We're going to TFCon in 2 weeks, won't we?
No, 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Guys, we got time. Don't relax.
We got time. Yeah. So let's see here.
Don't relax.
Don't relax.
Don't do it when you want.
Yeah, you're not Frankie Goes to Hollywood. So find out more at our website or at facebook.com/TFRadio. We'll also tweet it out at TFRadio when the time happens. So on the show this week, we have This Week in History, news. We also have a couple of topics to talk about toward the end of the show because the New York Comic-Con Hasbro event is next week, and we will have predictions for that and a few more things. So let's go ahead and jump to This Week in History. Okay, so I should know better than this at this point than starting off the show with someone's death, but this week in 1985, Orson Welles recorded his last line as Unicron for Transformers the movie. Then he died a few days later. So, yeah. Bummer.
You guys know what it sounded like?
Oh, Rob, please.
Oh, chicken.
I thought that was the Colonel.
No, the Colonel died of drunk. I think he didn't eat himself to death.
And
Ironic.
And supposedly, the way the rumor goes, Leonard Nimoy was supposed to have.
That was debunked. I thought
Yeah,
the
it
same
was
thing.
a long time ago.
Yeah, that was debunked.
It
Yeah,
really does sound like him at that end, though.
It's hard to tell. I mean, their voices are so flanged and modified. I mean, it sounds like he's eating the mic and he's eating the what? Yeah, so not a good thing.
That actually may have been his last word. The destiny.
No.
But
No, supposedly a little after that, he stated his regret for having done the part in the first place.
Because it was about robot toys that do terrible things to each other. Something
He did
like
not
that, yeah.
enjoy it.
I love that. So go ahead and jump in. Sorry, I'm eating, and Rob Springer's eating, so I apologize. But
I'm doing an awesome impersonation of Orson Welles tonight.
yeah, don't do that for the whole show, please. So,
I hope not. I'm hungry.
so next week, as I mentioned, Diecast will be at the Hasbro press event at New York Comic Con. He will not be on the show, but he will be tweeting us live, telling us what goes on. So, do we remember what was announced last year?
Jetfire.
Last year,
that
they
was
showed the first edition or Leader Optimus for Age of Extinction.
Cool. So hopefully something pretty neat. We still have a few reveals, don't we, for the Thrilling 30.
I'm kind of curious if it's just going to be another show off of like more finished combiners. Because that's going to be probably the big thing for next year.
I would not expect more than maybe a deluxe class figure, but actually all the deluxe class figures are accounted for. Actually, we pretty much do know what's going to happen at this point. I think with the 330.
Well, we know half of next year's deluxe figures. There's supposed to be 16 on schedule, and they've shown 8 already.
So we'll see what happens. And also next week, a big surprise. I thought this wasn't happening until later in the year. Transformers Legacy is going to be released. We've been looking forward to that. We spoke with Jim and Bill Forster, Jim Sorensen and Bill Forster, in respect to Transformers Legacy a few times. That is the Transformers guide that features artwork from the various Transformers series, and I can't wait. Rob, you're breaking up. What did you say?
I said that's just such a great idea for a book. I'm surprised that happened before. You know.
I know it's a huge. But the thing is, these books that they do are always a lot of effort because this stuff is not collected in one place. You would think that somebody would have had the forethought to archive this in a place. No, no, not at all. So they've gone to great lengths to get this stuff together, and pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, it's 300 pages.
Wow,
that's ridiculous.
The book,
Man.
I'm looking at the Amazon page. The book weighs over 3 pounds.
Nice.
Nice.
So this is not a coffee table book. This is a book you use as a coffee table.
I may see if Jim's available for next week. Maybe we'll see if he can give us a chat about that. Let's see here. So as I mentioned, Transformers 4 Age of Extinction kind of came out this week. I honestly wasn't paying attention.
Me either.
Melvar's super excited. He's not watched the last 2 movies.
That's because he's smarter.
Well, that one makes 3.
Yeah.
That's because Melvar's smarter than us.
Yes, this is true. So if you have any interest in what we thought about the movie, we do have a review posted on our website. Just go and search for Age of Extinction review. But we are going to do the commentary. It'll be the 3rd in the quadrilogy. We didn't actually do one for the 2007 movie.
Did we not?
No, we did the last 2.
I made a lot of commentary at BotCon 07.
I was watching Live Free or Die Hard when you guys were watching Transformers. I went in as a walk-in, so I couldn't get into the movie.
The movie theater, it was part of that mall that we were all going to.
I love that mall. Yeah.
They you remember the bathrooms had that crazy hand dryer? It was like the air blade or whatever, where you stuck your hands in it and like whoosh, and your hands were dry from all this air.
I remember it having something, but I don't remember specifically. I didn't remember the air blade being around back then.
Well, I remember it was fairly new, and I discovered how to make farting sounds with it by pushing my hands against it. So the whole movie, I was like, "Hey, did you guys hear it when I made those fart noises?" Yeah.
It's kind of like that you're at BotCon when you had the recorder to do all the interviews, and you just ended up recording yourself using the bathroom.
And the thing is, it was not me I intended to record using the bathroom. I just walked in, and someone was like, it was like Dumb. You know, that scene of Dumb and Dumber was going on. I was like, well, I gotta get this on tape.
Literally, none of the review. It's you thanking people for the interview or telling them that you want to interview them, and the interview was never captured. That was so great.
Like, Rob doesn't know how to use basic technology.
It's okay. It's okay. Using a much, I did the same thing like 2 years later at a concert that I went to for my actual job, and yeah, it happens. I totally get that.
It's like, give me a video camera. There is 3 hours of his thumb at this convention.
All of my childhood photos are of my dad's thumb and something else in the background. It's great. Hey, so Don.
Yes.
How about your thumb?
What about Generations Deluxe Arcee?
It does not exist until I have one in my hands.
I actually tweeted him to this effect earlier, and that's the same answer he gave me. So.
Exactly. Until I have one in my hands where Hasbro cannot drive by, club me, and take it away from me laughing, I will believe it.
Okay, so I will admit I get all sorts of nerdy excited about this. Because this is a figure of a character that, while I haven't lusted over it in a platonic way like Don has for the last 30 years,
Thank you for adding that.
It's a character that we've never gotten a real toy of. I mean, we've gotten Arcee, but not this Arcee.
That one, yeah.
And I'm, like, super stoked about it. I can't put it into words.
I am happier seeing apparent pictures of the figure out on the World Wide Web. It looks great. You know, it's just there's so many holes in collections this one character will fill. If you like movie lines, if you like Japanese with the headmasters, you know.
I don't know anyone that likes them.
I don't either.
But you know, the pictures I've seen, it looks great. It's just, you know, I'm very happy and that we're finally getting this character.
I'm surprised the
But
one
now-
picture they made her cross her legs like Indian style.
I think it was
it's
just to demonstrate how flexible the toy is. Because, I mean, it doesn't have, like, wrist swivels, but it otherwise seems to be pretty well articulated.
I think it's cross-leg style at this point.
I'm also,
Yeah.
I'm also really. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
I'm really pleased with the head sculpt too. That seems really close to the original animation model, more so than I expected.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
The light piping's really nice on it. You can tell her eyes are a nice blue.
And it's amazing they do the light piping around Daniel like that.
And you know, the vehicle mode is very nice looking. It's very sleek. It's retro futuristic. That we would all be driving convertibles like that in 2005. But I do hope a third party can make a Daniel for this in some fashion. If not, that's no problem. This is the character. This is the figure I've been wanting for the longest time. I have nothing left to hope for now, except maybe
so
Masterpiece Arcee.
So, Don, I have a potential compromise for you. You know, there's the Million Publishing Go Shooter,
Yeah.
and that's coming with a figure. Or no, it's Shuki, the train bot, that's coming with the Daniel from the Power Core Combiner Minicon. Buy that and have RC carry that around in crossbow mode. And I mean, it won't be Headmaster, but you know, Daniel will be in there somewhere.
That's
See, I just cost Don $95 more.
Well done.
Stop
well done, sir.
enabling.
You're not going to be able to stop thinking about that now, Don.
No,
Don't
I'm
even
not.
try. You know you want it.
I love that.
You know, that turned out pretty well for me, just coming up with that on the spot like that.
That's skill.
That is. So, in the Age of Extinction DVD special features, there's a scene where a designer, I guess a Hasbro designer, is holding a new Dinobot, and it looks like Godzilla. I guess Grimlock. Not Godzilla. It's Grimlock. It looks like the new Godzilla to me. Am I wrong? I mean, it looks like Godzilla.
I can kind of see
similarities.
that.
It can't be the new Godzilla because we see him for more than 2 seconds at a time.
I mean, it looks like the good Godzilla, the one from '98.
Oh, God.
Someone closer than me hit him.
I think that would. I don't know who'd be closer. Melvar. I
Rob,
guess.
maybe?
Mm.
Rob Springer?
Maybe.
I enjoyed Zilla. Thank you.
I'll send you a box of Massey.
That is so disgusting. So, do we think this is going to be Grimlock for the new Transformer series, or is that just rampant speculation?
Well,
I think it's
what
rampant.
else could it be?
I mean, yeah, because it's
Seems
definitely
pretty apparent.
It's not movie
It's-
Grimlock. It's
Maybe
not.
it's Generations animated Grimlock.
I mean, I was going to say, what else could it be? Like a third generation's Grimlock? I mean,
Somebody mentioned that at the point on the special features when they're talking about this, they're talking about unreleased prototypes, and there's some speculation that this is an earlier design for animated Grimlock.
I could see
That's-
that.
Yeah, that's unfortunately we don't know anything else at the moment, but I think that or an entirely new Grimlock are the two best possibilities.
Because it has too much articulation for a rescue box Grimlock, just judging by what we're seeing as possible joints.
Guys, you're being silly. It's Generation Sunstreaker.
I'm gonna say we might see this next week.
ooh, prediction.
Could
We'll have,
be.
Oh,
we'll have more of those at the end of the show. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So let's see here. So subscription service 3 deadline is probably already passed by the time you listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This really only helps for people actually listening while we're recording.
And people who are doing that should buy a shirt. Go to tfradio.net/shirt, $20 plus $5 shipping and handling. If you live outside of the U.S., send an email to contact@tfradio.net and I'll hook you up. So,
So that
yeah.
deadline's approaching too.
Yes, but exactly. So I'm torn. I guess I have 24 hours to figure out if I'm going to do this or not.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, but I'll be honest. The only figure that I really want out of this wave is the same figure everybody wants.
Nacelle.
Is
Croc?
Serpent OR.
Okay, so
I want a
Sylvia,
couple of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anything besides Serpentor that you actually want out of this?
Well,
I want G2. I want G2 Starscream. I'll admit it.
I want Cars out.
yeah,
Cars-
me too.
I guess Cars
I've
out.
already signed up for the subscription, so I'm getting them all.
Well, Melvar, if you don't want that Croc, give me a call next year.
It's
I'm
the same.
totally just. Go ahead, Don.
It's the same for the Serpent OR, but I think that's one of the ones you want. I'm sure.
He's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, that is the reason for the purchase.
I
Go ahead. You're breaking up, Rob. Go ahead.
said to sign up, but I only wanted 2 or 3 of the figures, so I'm just going to buy them from the club next year. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, that's valid.
I mean, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? And like what I was gonna say is, if you only want like Serpentor, it's almost worth just putting in a pre-order at one of the secondary retailers. I mean, it's like $90-$100, but at the same time, versus $300 for a set of toys where you only maybe want the one, that's not that terrible.
If you're like, I tend to buy this because I feel less bad about it in the installments. I mean, like for one installment, I get 2 figures.
Right.
I mean, I would probably get stuck on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, Serpentor.
Yeah, but if you don't actually want 2 of the figures,
Yeah.
that was kind of my point. But you want G2 Starscream, which I think you'll be able to get cheap enough anyway. I don't think G2 Starscream's going to go as much as Serpentor is
No,
going
he's
Well,
not.
after
Yeah,
it's
well,
over.
the G2 Starscream didn't have as much of a makeover as Ramjet did. So,
Mhm.
so I mean, even the figure is true to the G2 Starscream. It's just not a significant enough change compared to Ramjet.
Right now I'm looking at Croc and Serpentor beside of each other, and it's just striking how weird it is to have 2 flying wings. Actually, I guess we had a third, didn't we? That basic figure from. No, that was like Revenge of the Fallen. But like in such short time between the two, like having two flying wings is just kind of a weird.
I'm just amazed that Scourge mold is lending itself to so many other characters.
I didn't expect that to happen.
And it working, like DevCon and the
I'd still like to see an Alpha Trion out of it.
Yeah.
We saw the mock-up for that from Million Publishing.
Yeah.
I want that. I really
yes,
hope
and I would like to see it happen.
Yeah, really.
I think anything on that mock-up sheet is like fair game to come out from the Generations book exclusives in the future. I saw somebody do a custom from Scourge as Depth Charge, which I thought looked really nice too.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen that.
It's been around a while. I could probably find it, but I don't feel like it.
I don't either.
That's fine. But it's definitely. I mean, I like all the figures in the subscription 3, but it's just I already have all those molds in some fashion, and it's really nothing. That's the only Serpent R is the only one jumping out at me that I really wouldn't mind another of that mold.
There's things about Karzap that kind of appeal to me, but at the same time, I'm heavily considering getting Go Shooter. And if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a recolor of that mold, it's only going to be one of them. I think it's going to be Go Shooter.
Yeah. But I'm looking at that picture in advance, but that Go Shooter really does look nice.
Actually, we'll go ahead. Speaking of Go Shooter, we have new photos of it and Shuki. Which are coming out from Million Publishing. Gosh, they're going to be, about $100 each?
Probably. I think, Stepper was around 80 at secondary retail. I paid more than I should have because it was the last one at BotCon that weekend, but what the hell.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I jumped on the Artfire when it first came out, because I didn't want to go through that again with what I thought would be an even better selling figure from the Inferno mold, and it wasn't.
No, I mean, Artfire and Stepper both were easily available afterward, just, not at BotCon.
Yeah.
So, am I wrong in thinking that Shuki looks way better than Astro Train did?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Especially, the Hasbro Astro Train, which was very white and black.
Yeah, I think this looks really nice. I would actually consider this.
I like it too. I'm actually.
Don can let you know when he gets it in hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do like the fact that they actually made some changes to that heavy tread minicon mold, so it's not like a cow catcher now. It's actually like a energy.
Well, they didn't.
What's a cow catcher?
Well, it actually was a mine. It was a mine troll.
It was a minesweeper for heavy tread. Yeah. They didn't make any physical changes. They just, came up with a new orientation for the limb. So it looks like it looks like a bow for the robot and a hook for the power lines for the train.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the Astro Train mold. Okay, it's just I really don't like it that much, even with them adding Daniel.
Man, that Octane/Tankor mold is amazing. God, it's the best way ever. Classics 2.0 had it going on from the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going to get either one of these two for the money, it would probably be Go Shooter, just on the terms of the mold.
That looks so much better than the other uses of the mold, I think.
Well,
but
I think Nightbeat turned out. I've got him here in car mode.
I haven't opened mine yet.
Nightbeat's great if you get one that actually has all of its yellow paint at correct thickness, where it's not etched in green.
Yeah.
And of course, then you've also got his flying car mode.
I do that too, Don. It's okay. Oh man. Let's see here.
But Nightbeat's the third instance of that mold I've handled. If I get one of the exclusives, it's going to be the fourth, and it's going to be a lot more money. And I think, at that point, I'm going to be done with it. So I don't think Karzap's going to do it. And I don't really have any particular connection to the train bots, so I don't think I'm going to jump on Shoki either. And I don't really need a Daniel, so.
Well, I'm just glad they didn't take the SDCC Minosaur approach and make Raiden all in one body. Because that'd be like, you took all 5 of them and put them in one Astro Train sized body.
What would be terrible enough to actually encompass that?
Oh man.
Bad fan fiction.
Oh
Well,
man.
there's not a lot of train stuff to start with. Is the problem?
Well, you know, I would have preferred nothing against Astro Train mold, but I would have preferred one of the
Rail racer guys.
Rail racer
Oh, God.
guys.
No, I mean that's a fair point. Rail Spike's not a bad toy.
I don't like them.
It's the strongest. It's the strongest individual of the 3.
I'm not crazy about any of them.
Well, Brian, you're just wrong. I'm sorry.
I'll accept it. That's fine.
It's a very pretty toy, but not one I enjoyed overall.
So
I think that applies to a lot of Robots in Disguise toy line. Honestly,
Yeah, very pretty, but just put it somewhere. Look at that. It's nice. Yeah.
You all have no souls.
Don, I love Robots in Disguise, but not all those toys were super fun. Man.
It was like, oh man, I finally got it. It really looks cool.
Don, I will admit, when I first found Robots in Disguise at Walmart, I was so happy. I could not contain myself. But you know, here 13 years later, I'm like, better shit's happened.
I think Kill Bill backed me up on this. Like, the first thing I found from Robots in Disguise, and the thing that in the end I look back at most fondly, was the Spy Changers.
I love the Spy Changer so much.
Mm-hmm.
That day, I went to Toys R Us and got all the Spy Changers. Then after work, went on an all-night toy hunt and got the entire first wave. And then I spent the rest of the night cursing at Sideburn, like, "Oh man!"
Well, every time the best Prime comes up, I always say
The Armada, like everyone else does, right?
not counting Masterpiece Prime, Fire Convoy is the best Optimus Prime.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not even close. I love the deluxe Armada figure, but I know you're talking about the Voyager, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have any third-party stuff I want to talk about this week, which is good. Not much third-party came out this week.
There isn't really a lot of third-party that is worth talking about this week.
Did I mention last week that I ended up getting? I think I canceled the pre-order, but I ended up getting it anyway. Die Stack. Did I talk about that?
Yep.
I like it. It has sharp edges. That concerns me. It's not a toy.
I kind of want that.
Mine came with a broken stack, so he's die half stack.
Can you return that, or is there any assurance on a toy like that?
I think they're gonna try and get me parts, but I was taking a look at it and I was like, I have no idea how I'm gonna get in that cab to unscrew those the stack.
I am worried that the cab's gonna break off when I transform it.
Yeah, because it's very floppy. If you pick it up, the cab just
Well, don't pick it up like that then.
You're picking
don't
it
pick
up
up the toy. Stop picking up the toy.
Yeah.
Just let it
Put it
sit
on a
there.
shelf and look at it.
Clearly, it's your fault for opening the box.
Yes. There's a EULA. There's a EULA on the toy, and as soon as you open the box, you consent to it. Hey, but no third party news I wanted to talk about. But if you go to tformers.com, there's quite a bit of more news that you might want to check out. We have the story with Peter Cullen getting his handprint at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood. There's video of that. There is, new company, Guild of Concoctionist Incoctious. They announced a G1 toy style shoulder cannon for MP Wheeljack. We have new photos of GT Starscream number 6 from the subscription service 3.0, and we have photos of all of those figures, which I actually showed during the show. So,
good job.
Whoops. Yeah. So, check that out. I don't think we have any questions this week, Rob. Is that correct?
That's right. Let's make up one.
Okay.
Okay. Are we gonna do it now or later?
Do it now.
Okay.
So, Rob.
Yes.
Rob Springer. I'm going to ask you, Rob Springer.
Yes.
So, what was your first Beast Wars toy? Timmy in Orlando, Florida wants to know.
Well, Tammy in Orlando, Florida.
It was
Timmy.
Tim- it's Tim-
Sometimes you just need to cry it out.
Timmy is cool. So what
Okay.
was your first Beast Wars figure? What was and he wanted to know what you thought about it.
My first Beast Wars figure was the Optimus and Megatron 2-pack
Wow, very nice.
at the Walmart in Riverdale. It was not quite $10.
The only place that's awful, Rob. The only place I saw that in the wild was at KB Toys.
Yeah,
Oh, God, I used to work with him.
In fact, I didn't
KB
realize
was great.
I didn't realize it was a mass market retail figure. I thought it was like an exclusive to like KB. I just assumed that it was.
KB was that place that just sort of stuff found its way if you couldn't find it normally.
Yeah.
So
So I'll share mine, Timmy, but you didn't ask.
Did you say Kimmy?
Timmy.
we're opening up a can of worms, guys. Can of worms.
So Timmy, so my first figure was actually Airazor, which I've mentioned before, but there are probably a couple hundred people who don't know this. I actually won it off Cartoon Network by calling in that week that they had the Agenda trilogy and whatever the other episodes were. I think Code of Hero and something else. And during Toonami, and they gave a phone number each day to call in and for your chance to win. But what they didn't do is actually lock that phone number down in all times except when the commercial came on to call in. So I just kept calling in and calling in and calling in until I got through, which was like 45 minutes before the actual signal to call in came through. So about 2 weeks later, I got a nice minty fresh Airazor in the mail, and I have it still, and I still love that figure. I'd gotten back
Did
into
you
Transformers.
open it?
Yeah, I'd gotten back into Transformers at that point, but I was still a G1er, so I didn't actually get into Beast Wars proper until that. So thank you, Toonami, for making me a Beast Wars fan.
Was it a retail figure, or was there
Just
anything
retail
special?
It was special that I didn't pay for it.
I think
That's the most special figure of all.
Yes.
I think Timmy, my first Beast Wars figure, since you didn't ask, was, I believe, the first. Well, I bought 4 at one time. I bought Rat Trap, Razor Beast, Tarantulas, and Dinobots at Target. That was beside the service merchandise I was working at. And I believe Razor Beast was the first one I opened.
I'm sorry.
So Razor Beast, Rat Trap, and then Tarantulas and Dinobot in that some kind of order.
So before I get to Timmy's PS, does anyone else have anything they want to share?
Yeah. What was the first Generations Beast Hunters figure, or Beast Wars figure?
Oh, Cheetor or Dinobot, probably.
That was probably my first.
Okay.
I think Cheetor came first.
Okay. Anybody else?
My first was Ultra Class Megatron.
Very nice.
Mine was the Cybertron versions of Optimus Primal and Megatron.
Really?
Yes.
I know you didn't get in for a while, but I figured you might have got something aftermarket.
Rob, did you not buy any of the Armada Beast Wars recolors?
Actually, now that you mention it, yes, I did. So my first would have been the Armada Recolor Transmetal Cheetor, I think.
That's a nice one.
Yes,
Really
it is. I really like that.
So
I don't
Rob,
remember it.
are
It's
you
purple.
confused too, like I am whenever you hear the word Rob right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. This doesn't happen that often.
he's good, Rob, and I'm
Price
bad.
is on Infinite Robs.
I think this is the first time we've had both of you in one
Or
show.
second, I think, or maybe third, but it's happened before, and I think.
Rob, they're onto our game.
Okay, so anybody else? So Timmy has a PS. Melvar. Melvar is just looking at us and blinking.
Die.
Do you have any?
Die.
Okay, so Timmy also says, P.S. Please buy a Radio Free Cybertron T-shirt at tfradio.net/shirt. It's only $20. It looks great. It will. I am really sick, and buying this shirt will make me a much healthier, happier person, and it will ensure that I grow up to be a big strapping adult and Transformers fan and collector.
You know, I'm going to tell you guys And when I'm saying guys, I'm talking to figuratively for everyone listening. You know how you want a shirt? Think of every time you're texting on your phone and autocorrect changes a word to shirt.
Yes, that's
Your
exactly.
phone is telling you right there all the time. It knows I needed one.
I thought when I was running around naked because I couldn't find a shirt. I thought that's when I needed one.
There you go.
Tie it around, buddy. Tie it around.
No, you know how you really know when you want a shirt? When someone tells you that you do.
You really want a shirt? When you get the idea of Don and myself performing one of the best songs ever written live for you at a convention that you're going to wear your shirt at.
Or we'll record it and put it on YouTube, and then you can wear it while you're at work and watch it.
Let me tell you something. Don is a member of the V-Town Dance Squad. So he's going to bust a move right up there. He's going to like, Virginia down.
Rob, it's bust a hip.
Oh, see, I'm not
age,
cool.
yeah.
I am not as cool as Don.
I can no longer get funky, freaky, fresh anymore. Not that I could that much when I was younger.
He's being modest, guys. He has this pair of pink shorts.
No, I don't have my parachute pants. I don't have my members only jacket.
He pops it and he locks it
anymore.
And if you catch it just right, you can see that Taylor Swift tattoo he has on his butt.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
So we are back. We have lost Nolvar. He was Comcasted.
He's having a Comcastic evening. Thank you.
How's your Comcast, Rob Springer?
You tell me. From my end, it seems like it's running fine, but
it's.
You sound fairly smooth right now.
For someone on
Comcast.
Good. For someone on Comcast, you sound okay.
It's a good thing we have options, right?
Yeah, I can move 1,000 feet down the road and get fiber.
Got me beat. I live down the street from a Verizon switching station, and they will not give me FiOS.
Really?
Yeah, they won't roll out FiOS anymore, will they?
Probably not.
They don't take on new customers for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's weird. It's weird. So
on the other hand, you would have Verizon service, so I mean, you could probably just as easily live without that.
I have no experience with like the Verizon home service. Verizon Wireless is a separate entity, so
It was. I had it. It was decent, but they did not offer speeds high enough on DSL when I started doing the YouTube stuff. I had to switch to Comcast because they're the only people who had an upload fast enough for me.
What's your upload?
I could not tell you off the top of my head, but probably about 10 times faster than what I had on Verizon.
I need better upload because I'm running this. Right
You've probably got about 5 megabit up, Rob, considering you were on 1 megabit down DSL previously.
That's bad.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
So
I'm
Rob,
on 15 up, 15 down. If I wanted to pay an extra $10 a month, I could do 50 up and 50 down.
I would do
You know-
that. Go ahead.
Hey Mickey has 100 up and down.
Oh, nice.
I have.
And yet his signal still cuts out when you record Superhero Time.
Well, that's because he's on a Mac and Skype and a USB headset.
Yeah.
Those three things just they don't get along.
Yeah, the stars align the wrong way. So, Rob Clay, it's been a while since you've been on, and XV said you specifically wanted to come on this week to talk about Jetfire.
Yeah, I really like it so far. I've got the review ready to go for tformers.com. That should probably go up tomorrow. I just finished the photo shoot like right before I got on. And yeah, I like it. You said yours had some soft joints, I think you said?
His right shoulder is kind of loose. It comes off easy. The left one is tight as can be, but the right one is just a little limp.
Yeah, I am finding that with, continued use, they're loosening up a tiny bit, but it's not a problem for me so far. The right hip is a little bit wobbly on mine at times. It doesn't want to hold a pose quite as well as the left does. Despite all this, I really enjoy it. I like the figure. All respect to Don and his Kronos, I like this rendition of Skyfire. It's a modernized take. It's a smoothed out, streamlined torso design, but it is plenty recognizable as, the animation design of the character. About the only real difference besides that torso is that chin, which is, the white block on the chin, which is a carryover from the first classics and I think the Dreamwave design. And other than that, and I really actually love how it transforms from cartoon Skyfire to toy Jetfire. That just really, I get a kick out of that.
Yeah, it's a great transformation, especially for a jet. It's unique to a jet, I would say.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it does have the kind of jet thing where the whole jet folds up on the back, as is tradition, but it's a jet pointing down instead of a jet pointing up, and that is a change. The trade-off for that is that it can't Gerwalk. It cannot do the, jet with arms and legs thing.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, well, who needs it?
I thought it was going to. Or no, that was Whirl. Never mind.
Yeah, Whirl does. Technically, you can do it, but all the thumbs are facing the wrong way, and that just drives me crazy. And also, the red parts on the outside of the leg are on the inside, and it just looks wrong.
And from what I've seen, don't you have to actually move the robot chest down into sight to get the legs far enough forward?
I managed to balance it without doing that.
Ah.
There, again, photo on tformers.com tomorrow. But yeah, I managed to get it balanced without doing that. It doesn't look, again, it doesn't look great. It's obviously something that the toy was not designed to do. Whether it's just something they didn't want to do, or legally something that they thought they shouldn't do, I couldn't tell you. But in terms of the jet mode itself, if I were going to design a third-party Valkyrie specifically to thumb my nose at Harmony Gold, I would have used these exact details.
Well, I like this as a new updated Jetfire figure, but it's
trying to rationalize purchase of expensive paperweight.
No, it's
that will fall apart if I look at it the wrong way.
No, I'm just saying, to me, it's a great Jetfire figure, but there's not enough there that says Skyfire to me. Kind of.
Don,
look
at the face.
Take another look at the model. Not against Kronos, Don, but take a look at the character model on the wiki and stand Jetfire next to that. The torso design again, it's very smoothed out and streamlined, but down to the little markings on the torso, this is Skyfire.
Yeah, definitely.
Now
the chest, even in robot mode, how this chest goes under the bottom of the jet.
I mean, I love the figure. It's just what this would really also make for a customizer is if Skyfire had stayed a Decepticon, because these red chrome arm guns are basically like Seeker guns. This would make an excellent custom fodder if you wanted to keep him as a Decepticon.
That would be kind of weird.
Interesting concept. But, I mean, really, just, that's the thing I like about it. If you leave all the extra parts off, all the armor, it's Skyfire. If you put all the armor on, it's a decent, Jetfire. It's not going to match the Valkyrie, obviously, but in vehicle mode, it does a very good job of that. In terms of matching the Skyfire character model, the one thing that I'd recommend is taking the gun from your classics Jetfire, because that is, as you can see on the wiki, that's the gun. So pretty much, if you want a Skyfire, trade that in, and it'll give you a better look.
Now, is anyone going to try the chrome removal? Because I'm not sure.
When my chrome flakes off, yes, but
that's pretty much. And
mine
that's
actually came out of the package with some chrome flaked off on the bottom.
Well, okay,
I
think it pays to be specific here too. The chrome is not flaked off yet. The clear red paint, making it red to begin with, that's what's chipping off right now.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to mention the one thing that I regret about this figure is if you look at the boosters, I really like the boosters on Classics Jetfire. I like the flip out cannons. I like the shape.
Yeah.
The tabs are spaced exactly the same. They are the same shape, but on Leader Jetfire, the new one, they are thinner, so they are not interchangeable, and that makes me really sad.
Although
it's
I wonder that if they're spaced the same, and if the only thing is just the thinness of the slots, could those be widened and make that mount?
Possibly. I don't. Since it's that kind of tension tab, I don't want to try it because it might just break the tabs and make it, use no boosters.
Right.
If I ever find a junker classics Jetfire, I might try shaving down the tabs on that and see if I could get anywhere with that.
I was
But-
thinking more the opposite, though, and like opening up the spaces on Jetfire.
I don't know. You know, like I said, I just don't know if that would do the trick. I'll have to take another look at it and see if I think that could work.
I'm surprised Brian's saying that anything on his is loose because everything on mine's so tight.
Yeah,
and
I mean, the
I mean,
joints.
it's random variance between samples.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My toy,
Yeah.
everything is super tight, but that one thing, and that's not a deal breaker. Like on Twitter, last night I was just giving you crap. I don't hate the toy.
Yeah. I understand that.
It's not a bad toy at all. Is it do I like love it more than anything else? No, but like it's really hard at this point to really satisfy me with a toy. I'm kind of becoming jaded, so I'm trying to get better. Maybe the RC is going to fix it for me. We'll see.
No, it won't.
You know what's weird is I'm looking at the chrome on the jetpack, and there's actually like a fingerprint like underneath the red shiny chrome. I'm like, I can't wipe it off. Why is that? So I guess like
Oh, wow.
it's someone's fingerprint from the factory.
Oh, that's awful.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess you're going to be buying a vat of purple liquid, and
Yeah. Oh, that's something I don't think we've mentioned yet on air. You can actually transform this Jetfire when it's wearing all the upgrade armor without detaching anything. If you angle the arms correctly when you transform it, the guns stay on underneath. You can switch them to the wings if you want, but the point is that you don't have to take anything off to transform it. The booster backpack is specifically on a turntable, so you can turn it around to the right orientation after you've transformed it.
Oh, that backpack can come off? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's like part of the point.
all the stuff strips off.
Yeah, all the chrome parts come off entirely. That's why I was saying, strip it down to the barest essence of the toy, and it is a pretty good Skyfire.
Rob, you have just blown Diecast's mind. You've like opened his.
This is what happens when you don't look at the directions.
Yeah.
But now, who do y'all think we may see this recolored into? What are the uses?
I don't know if you can
Was there
recolor this into anything.
Yeah, there's a G2
Fred-
Jetfire.
Treadbolt.
Oh yeah.
I would actually not mind seeing another pass on Darkwing using this particular mold.
Okay, yeah.
I just like that color scheme, but yeah.
But basically, it's all the original classic recolors you could also do onto here.
Well, I mean that's the obvious stuff that jumps out
Yeah.
because it's already been done.
I would love
but-
to have Jetfire.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty.
Yeah, or Hooligan,
To
maybe.
me, Jetfire is basically the Transformers version of Firefly.
I have a G2 Jetfire on hand as it.
How do you do that? How do you always have everything right there?
Well, in this case, it's because I love Cyberjets and especially this mold. So I also have Hooligan. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if Hasbro, if you're watching this or you hear about it, which you probably won't, but if you do,
Somebody told me they listen to basically everything. So hey,
wow.
Hasbro.
This as a Hooligan,
I've seen the custom done. I mean, the colors map pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be my first choice to have a gigantic Hooligan.
yeah.
Mine would be.
I'd like to have him hang out with Gigantic Power Glide at that point.
But the thing is, too, when they did the Walmart exclusive recolor during the Revenge of the Fallen, they had to call that Fierce Swoop because they can't call something Hooligan, so
Yeah.
it won't ever be quite right.
That's right. I forgot about Fierce
Yeah.
Swoop.
What is the particular
Yeah.
reason they can't, or is it just not trademarked?
I think Hooligan is
Soccer
just a
hooligans.
word that is not strongly defensible enough. It's it's a common word.
I thought it might be like a spastic or something. There might be a bad connotation to it.
It could be that. I tend to think it's more just a common word problem that's gotten us other things. Like we have scrapnel now instead of shrapnel because shrapnel is a real word. You can't really legally defend the use of it.
Right.
All right, so I have a question, and I just realized this may be a first for Hasbro. Is this Jetfire shipping in like 2 or 3 in a box, and that's the only figure actually shipping in that
Jetfire is
wave?
shipping
Yes.
solid to himself. I think 2 to a case.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
That's-
think that's not a first.
It's not a first. There's been other large toys that ship in solid pack
Like
cases.
Really?
Yeah, Metroplex. was
Unicron.
Unicron.
Oh, even smaller than that, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but this is a leader class. What's the last leader class that we got a single shipping of?
Probably an
Um,
Optimus something.
Probably Cybertron Optimus Prime, I want to say, or
That
Yeah.
long ago?
No, actually, because Megatron was also the same size class, so those two probably
oh,
would have
that's
shipped together.
right. I never got the Megatrons in any of those
And
series, so I
I'd
forgot
say
they
probably
existed.
I'd say probably the last time was Energon Optimus because that came out well ahead of Energon Megatron, which was also at the $40 price point.
Oh yeah, I found
Yeah.
I found Energon Optimus in October, like the second Saturday in October or first Saturday.
That sounds about consistent for when that stuff started.
Yeah,
to hit.
we have a festival here in my hometown called the Apple Festival. We have a lot of apples here, a lot of orchards, and it happens on the first Saturday of every October. And that was the day that I found it because I always avoid town to avoid the Apple Festival. So I drove away and I found it at a Walmart outside of town.
Well,
I
now,
cannot tell you because I didn't pay that much attention, but I suspect one or more of the larger movie Optimuses also ship solid cases.
well, I don't know if this was a remix wave because I don't keep track of the waves anymore as far as the remixes go. But when I was looking for Hound and Galvatron for AOE, I did find on a Target float while they were putting out toys, and I asked the guy if I could open it up. 4 Optimuses in one box.
When I
4
look-
Voyager Optimuses.
When I look for Hound, I typically find a rock rolling around the desk instead. I don't quite get it. Never mind. So, somebody will get that.
Yeah, so unless that was just a fluke case assortment, or it was a remix, or it was a partial remix wave for Target,
Right.
it
Was
was
it one
4
of their-
Optimuses in one box.
Was it maybe one of their Silver Knight recolors in a solid
No,
case?
no, this was the regular. This was
So
the
what you're
regular-
telling me, other than
Wacky.
Optimus Prime, that this is the first
Very possible.
of this happening?
Very possible.
I'm
Possibly
just
some of the
trying to
larger
think of the
bumblebees.
possibilities that this could open the door to other leader size figures. Actually, that they produce
that's-
that aren't Optimus Prime that can ship in one wave.
Well, now,
See, that's the
don't-
thing, though, because, it's usually Optimuses that are shipped this way because they are the leader character, they're the main push character. It doesn't mean that others can't be done like this. And, store exclusives do ship solid cases, obviously, because they're not going to mix those into normal assortments unless it's something like Target's or Dark of the Moon figures, where it's, 6 Bumblebees and 1.5 of everything else. But, no, I mean, it's not as much of a first as it seems like. I mean, Unicron is another example, too. That's not an Optimus. That shipped solo. Other stuff has shipped in single solid pack cases, but it's usually stuff that ships in smaller quantities so it does not become literal shelf poison.
So let's go ahead and real quick for those of us who have Masterpiece Wheeljack, I just want to mention that I haven't been that super crazy about it. I like it a lot, and I'm like, but I don't like it as much as Masterpiece Blue Streak. Then I pick it up and compare it to Masterpiece Blue Streak, and while it's not as pretty, I would say design wise it's more solid and consistent. So it's actually a little better than I thought. It's like Masterpiece Blue Streak is so beautiful. It makes me want to cry, but not really. But Wheeljack is it's a really solid toy with a really nice transformation, and it is very faithful to the character. My one problem with it, his side mirrors they come on a sprue, and you have to attach them, and it comes with 2 extra in case you lose them.
That's nice.
I know, but it bugs me for some reason. I don't know why it's that way.
In case you lose them.
I don't like it being on a sprue. I want it to be attached to the toy or not there at all.
You want to buy a finished toy. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not that
but
it's
the
not finished.
sprue part is actually on the bottom when you push it in, so it's not like it's gonna,
It doesn't show. I mean, that's not my. I don't like the fact that I have to attach it.
I can understand that.
It's just weird. And like, I looked at it, I'm like, what in the heck is this? I bet somebody somewhere just had no idea what it was because they've never seen a sprue before. And that's
Who hasn't seen a sprue before?
somebody who's never bought
So-
a toy, never bought G.I. Joe or something.
Serious
Turtles.
psychological question. Would you have been okay with it if they came separate from the toy but in a plastic bag?
It did come in a plastic bag and on the sprue.
Yeah, but
No,
off,
no,
off
but
of
if
the
they
sprue.
weren't, if they were not still attached to the frame,
No,
if somebody at the factory popped them off and put them in a little baggie and dropped them in the box,
I just
like a
don't-
hit of cocaine.
I don't like. Nice. I just don't like the fact that it's not a hang up for me.
Okay, so your problem is that you have to put the mirrors on yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just weird. I don't get it. I don't know why it's that way. It doesn't make any
Maybe
sense.
maybe in the testing phase, someone determined that if they put those mirrors on for shipping, they can break off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Also, if they didn't leave them on the sprue, they'd be impossible to find in the box or in the
Oh,
package.
no, that's why
They're
you put,
just
that's why you
so
put them in a little
small.
bag and tape them to the cardboard.
But it's a really solid toy, and he looks like Wheeljack, just like he should. But the thing that keeps bugging me, these are not even as big as alternators and vinyl tech. It's just weird.
The alternators that you don't like,
Yeah.
You
but
like
at
the height.
least
But, they don't have the same mass or the size. They're like large, to me, I look at it, because I'm getting old, and they're like large deluxe figures for like $70.
No, I would more characterize as like slightly small Voyagers. They are a ways off from being.
They're mega class. They're mega class.
I will accept large megas.
If there are
I would accept that.
if there are photographs out there of some of these next to some of the larger deluxes from about 2009, like Battle Blade Bumblebee or Lockdown, I'd really kind of like to see that.
Oh, yeah, Lockdown stretches out though. He's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Brian, if you have a problem with these, I can't.
Bumblebee
wait to
Hover's
see a
pretty solid.
Bumblebee.
Probably
Yeah.
the fall of War for Cybertron Prime might be a good one to use, as he's
I think someone took a picture of Masterpiece Sideswipe with Universe Sideswipe when that first came out, and Masterpiece Sideswipe was substantially more massive looking.
yeah. But I'm just kind of curious to see, what they look like next to the largest deluxes. Not their, not their deluxe counterparts so much, but here's the largest a deluxe has ever been, and here's this, and that's what I'm kind of curious about.
Sideswipe and Sunstreaker were pretty freaking large deluxes.
So I just grabbed Jazz off my shelf.
Oh, that's a big one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wheeljack's a good head taller
Okay.
and a little broader, and he's definitely got more heft to him. But I don't know. I mean, it's very nice, and I obviously paid the cost, and I will for the next toy as well. But I don't know, just
Like, for my purposes, I was considering picking up a Masterpiece Prowl to perhaps replace Universe Prowl, and I found that, in comparison, those Masterpieces just look too big to fit in with the majority of toys I have, so I couldn't make that work.
I live in a world without scale. So
Wait
Well, I mean,
until you
I
get
accept-
Bumblebee.
I accept an absence of scale because, Seekers and tanks and sports cars all standing eye to eye, but I need some kind of internal consistency that satisfies my brain, screwed up as that territory may be.
yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and jump real quick to some predictions for what we'll see next week at New York Comic Con at the Hasbro event on Wednesday. And make sure you are watching live, because we will be talking about this. This is the only thing we'll be talking about next week, possibly. And hopefully we'll have quite a bit of news. What does anybody expect to see?
Combiners.
Yeah.
Do we expect to see more combiners, like the entire combiner, or just the deluxe pieces?
I would actually... They might premiere a new combiner core. Like, I could kind of see that happening, because if they're previewing stuff that would come out, say, next summer, like they did with the movie toys,
What were we expecting to see that we haven't seen yet?
well, I'm expecting Protectobots.
To be
Like,
to
that
be
seems a really obvious one to me.
to be like mishmash, part new molds, part reuses.
Quite possibly. I think when we see a third vehicle-based team, assuming they're not all going to be vehicle-based, I still kind of hold out hope for Terracons or something.
I mean, Hotspot could be a highly modified version of Optimus potentially.
Potentially, but since they're already doing that with Motormaster, I don't see I'm not counting on that.
Me neither.
But I think when we see the third vehicle-based team, we will probably get a sense more of how the toys are engineered as far as any potential build interchangeability to expand what they can do without making a ton of new stuff.
So there's been a lot of focus on characters from the IDW comics. Is there any specific combiner team or combiner character that's been focused in the comics that
Prowl.
Yeah, Prowl.
I mean, but no, seriously. But classic combiner characters.
Constructicons and Prowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get Prowl in the mix. And Constructicons are base 6. I mean, they can obviously modify it to make it 5. They've done it before. They've done it with less.
What I would really love to see if they did Constructicons would be to take 2 of the deluxes and make them just combine into a torso together.
Like power links or something? Power linking?
Something like that. And doing that, they could also make a Prowl that interacts the same way for the IDW connection.
Wouldn't that be
And
awesome?
from the little bit of... I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, it's not as far out of field as you think, especially since we're getting Megatron with an optional Autobot sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like an awful lot of this is going to end up revolving around Prowl, just from what we've seen so far. So, it seems like it would be a real missed opportunity not to do him in some form.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I mean, there's also a little bit of wishful thinking on my part, just because I hate Universe Prowl and I want a new one.
Universe
that
Prowl
too.
sucks. He sucks.
He does.
Yeah.
It's a crappy toy that I thought was great when I first got it. I was super stoked because I was G1.
Yeah, well, you make bad choices.
I do make bad choices.
I would have liked mine better, but I had some of the paint problems, so...
Yeah.
I like the smokescreen repaint. At least I did when I got it.
That's the one I
Only
skipped.
one I never got.
Me too.
It's nice enough looking. The Takara deco is better. I mean, I like the bright colors, but Takara balanced them better. The one that's really pretty out of that group is Blue Streak, though.
Yeah.
Don, Rob, what do you guys think?
I think. Go ahead, Rob.
Don. No, go ahead, Don, please.
I think we're going to see the first real looks at Robots in Disguise toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll put a lot of the speculation to rest. Is it going to be too kidified? Is it going to be too animated? Or whatever the case is. So we'll finally get an idea. Plus, we might see if that Grimlock is animated or Robots in Disguise or not.
Yeah, I mean, Don's probably hitting this a little bit closer to what we can actually expect, because I don't think there was even stuff shown in person at San Diego Comic-Con. We just got the press kit photos for the Robots in Disguise stuff. They could actually be showing some of that and probably a few new things.
Yeah.
True.
And,
isn't the show going to start soon anyway?
2015?
Early 2015.
Yeah, that's the last we heard.
And we might even see. I don't know if this came about in time, but with the success of the G.I. Joe versus Transformers comic, I'm not reading it, but I have heard nothing but good things from everybody involved with the TF Radio family that read it. We might see some Transformer G.I. Joe.
I don't know if it's too early for that. I mean, it's entirely possible. They could take a canned G1 figure, like the mold's still out there, classic Starscream, and put it with a Cobra character from the 50th anniversary.
The thing to do is what the club is already starting. You take a G.I. Joe Creon and you put it with a Transformers toy.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not a Creon. That's an actual G.I. Joe figure.
No.
Oh, you don't mean
Carzap.
Yeah, Carzap.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Marissa.
I want Marissa Fairborn so
bad.
I want that figure so bad.
Forgot they were doing it. No, I'm talking about the subscription service.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they could do that. There's a ton of G.I. Joe Creons already in existence.
I want flopped hair if they do it.
Well, obviously, but no. But I mean, if you want like quick, cheap, easy G.I. Joe Transformer crossover stuff that has like the perception of sort of scale or whatever that matters, that would be the easiest way to do it. And, you'd make all the Creon collectors happy, too, probably. Or horribly miserable for having to rebuy all those old toys.
Or maybe, I wish they'd have done more with Human Alliance and, tied that to G.I. Joe somehow, but I'm a terrible person.
They need better figures to do that, though.
And we might see more Joe Creons, too, as far as the sets.
If they had Joe Creons with improved Transformers Creo sets, that way they could ride in the vehicles.
Yeah.
And that would be a more of a drive you to buy it instead of, okay, here's a block version of the Optimus that's on the shelf. Here's, give it more to it than just an alternate Optimus,
You know what I'd really like to see with that? I'd like to see Constructbots with pilot seats if they were going to go that route.
Yeah.
Because I would like Transformers that figures that actually transform in with the G.I. Joe minifigures. I think that would be ideal.
But
Too bad Constructbots go on clearance 6 weeks after they hit stores.
Yeah. That would mean more Constructbots clogging up the shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that line's almost done. I would. What I think we also might see is the next U.S. masterpiece that'll be released for Toys R Us.
I honestly think, unless that's scheduled to come out around January or so, that we would more see that at Toy Fair for the fan media
It'll be
day.
a new repaint of the Starscream mold.
Well, you know what? We haven't actually got a Starscream. Or no, we did get Starscream. I think it's.
But we hadn't gotten Starscream out of the modified mold. Yeah.
Toys R Us has never had a Masterpiece Starscream because the first Masterpiece Starscream was a Walmart.
Yeah. That was the old mold. That was the quote-unquote old mold.
It was the original form of it. They haven't. Yeah. Toys R Us has had the facelifted speaker Masterpiece.
And it's a lot better. It really is.
And I think another thing we're going to see outside of our area, one thing we're going to see a lot of ponies, lots and lots of ponies.
What about ponies? Ponies Transformers crossover deal.
No,
I would love to see that just for the people it would make angry.
Yeah,
Mock kick, exactly.
It's 5 different mock kicks colored as.
Okay, crazy. Okay, each of us get a crazy prediction. Go ahead. Somebody throw out a crazy prediction.
That'll be mine. We'll see a Hasbro pony exclusive with Mock Kick as the 5 main ponies. Maybe a Grimlock recolored as Spike the Dragon.
I love that mold so much. Diecast, what's your crazy prediction? You'll be there, so you can lie and tell us that it actually happened, and we will believe you.
I'm gonna go with my Triptychon prediction because I think eventually we have to get a Triptychon.
Wait, a whole new mold.
Like a Metroplex sized mold.
XV.
I'm just gonna stick with Prowl and the Constructicons.
Okay. Rob.
If we're talking crazy, I predict Rid gets held off so Age of Extinction can be extended to sell for a little bit longer.
I love you. That's awesome.
Age of Extinction, the TV series.
Yes. And Rob Clay.
SDCC box set of fake Menasor with Optimus Prime and all the characters that those Stenicons could be from G1 cartoon.
Nice.
Masquerade.
Yeah. I've been asking for that for years.
My crazy prediction, new series coming our way, Mask. So there you go.
Oh, God.
People have been clamoring for it.
I know.
I could see
7
Mask
of you.
Creo. I could see Mask Creo working very well, actually.
We'll see.
Really? Really?
So, anything else, guys? That's all I have.
In general, or just on that topic?
In general.
Yeah, 2 things. Diecast, you were talking earlier about the Leader Class Jetfires being boxed together. Remember, Hasbro did say that they were going to start taking special orders for case assortments.
That's a good point, Don.
So there's
But that was never said to apply to Transformers specifically. That was more the Marvel and Star Wars property that was going to affect.
Possibly, because they did branch out on the 3D printing from ponies to Transformers. Also, I discovered this. I'm not sure how it works, but you can put the Jetfire helmet backwards on the Skyfire head in robot mode and still give him the points, but have the Skyfire head.
So basically, you're giving him a Guy Fieri mode.
I thought that was kind of a unique look. That way, you get the antennas without having to have the faceplate.
Good find, Don.
Awesome, Don. So, everybody, if you haven't already, and you hear this before the deadline,
Buy a shirt.
buy a shirt, please.
Please buy a shirt so he can stop talking about it.
Please buy a shirt.
Buy two.
Buy two. Buy one for yourself and one for a friend.
You know you're going to need something to wear after you wear the one shirt you bought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
So tfradio.net/shirt, they are $20 plus $5 shipping and handling. And you can buy 100 shirts and still pay $5, as far as I know.
Yes.
And they
And if
are,
you do buy 100 shirts, let us know. You will be our personal hero, and I don't know, we'll show your picture on the podcast or something.
and what I'll do, I will make each and every person who buys a shirt a producer of the show. You'll get a credit at the end of the show. How about that?
Think about that for a second.
Your name will
guys.
be on each and every episode until I forget to keep doing it.
So
Guys.
probably about 6 weeks.
You will get an episode 6 weeks out
Well, actually,
with a gold star
by your
next
name.
to your name.
So, yeah, but XP, keep in mind, I am really bad about making new intros and outros. So it'll probably last for like 3 years.
It's true. That's very true.
It's very true. You'll be a producer. So tfradio.net/shirt, $20. They are regularly like $30 to $35. We are doing a Kickstarter. We're not being don't still sue us Kickstarter, but basically to get this deal.
We're doing a crowdfunding scheme.
Yeah, to get the shirt at like half price. So great shirts, beautiful shirts, wonderful shirts. They're the best shirts ever.
High quality.
High quality. They have our logo, tfradio.net/shirt. Shirt, singular, tfradio.net/shirt. So, thank you all for watching again. In 2 weeks, we will have our 15th anniversary show. Check that out. And that will actually be the only show we have for a couple weeks because most of us will be gone. But we'll come back. Oh, God. It's the 15th, 27th, the 29th, which is just before Halloween. We'll have a spooky Halloween episode again this year, like we always mean to do, but never do.
Well, I dressed
It was
up
pretty
last
spooky
year.
last year when Diecast was in that Robin porno.
He was Robin. He was porno Robin. I forgot about that.
That was spooky.
That is the episode we're going to play during a break.
Oh, I was going to suggest Dweller in the Depths or something.
We've
Dark
already done- we-
Awakening,
We
yo.
already did Dweller in the Depths and Dark Awakening as rewinds, I thought.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we definitely did because I replayed Dark Awakening last year.
Nightmare Planet?
That's exact. Not Your Planet. That'd be good. We haven't done that one.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. Or we could actually do any season 2 episode really.
But
We could do bot.
Web World.
Okay, thank you guys. Rob Clay, good having you back. Come back
Good to
soon.
be back.
Please, we miss you. We love you. We want you back. Okay.
Works for me.
Okay, cool. So we'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching.
Take care, everybody.
See ya.
Later, guys.